A college girl rented the top floor of an old building because the rent was cheap. At first, everything seemed fine, but every night at exactly 2:17 a.m., she started hearing slow, deliberate footsteps above her ceiling. The sounds were so distinct that it felt like someone was pacing deliberately, watching her sleep. Worried, she confronted the landlord. He turned pale and said, "There is no floor above your apartment." Police were called, and a search of the ceiling revealed drag marks in the dust, leading to a small hidden space above. Someone had been secretly living there, observing her nightly routines. The girl moved out immediately, traumatized, realizing that the quiet floor above had a dangerous, hidden occupant. The smiling face in the window. A young girl lived with her parents in a rural house. Every night, she noticed a woman's face smiling at her from outside her bedroom window. At first, her parents dismissed it as imagination, but the girl insisted. One night, she screamed in terror. When police investigated, they found muddy footprints leading to the window and fingerprints on the glass, proving someone had been outside. The scariest part? Her room was on the second floor, making it impossible for a normal intruder to reach her window. Text from a dead friend. After tragically losing her best friend in an accident, a teenage girl began receiving late-night text messages. "Why didn't you save me?" At first, she assumed it was a cruel prank. But the messages included details only her deceased friend would know, private things they had never shared. The final text read, "I'm standing behind you." When she turned around, no one was there. Her phone's battery had dropped to 0%, yet the texts had come through. The babysitter, who wasn't alone. A teenage girl was babysitting two kids while their parents were out. After putting the children to bed, she sat on the couch and suddenly heard soft breathing right behind her. Assuming it was one of the kids, she ignored it. Then the phone rang. The mother's trembling voice whispered, "Get out of the house immediately. The children are with us." Police arrived and found a man hiding inside the house. The girl survived, but the intruder was never identified, leaving the family haunted by the near tragedy. The figure in the bathroom mirror. A girl went to the bathroom late at night. She turned on the light, and everything seemed normal. As she looked into the mirror, she immediately turned her face away in terror. Behind her, reflected in the mirror, was someone standing silently. She didn't dare look back again. When she stepped out, the entire house was empty. However, when she glanced at the mirror once more, someone had written with their fingers on the glass, "Why didn't you see me?" The experience left her shaken, unable to sleep for nights, constantly imagining that figure lurking just behind her. The voice that wasn't mom's. A girl was sleeping alone at home. In the middle of the night, she heard her mother's voice calling, "Sweetheart, open the door." It sounded strange because her mother was out in the village. Panicked, she quickly called her mother. Her mother answered immediately, "Don't open the door. That voice is not mine." Just as she hung up, someone began pounding violently on the door, shaking the house. The girl hid and waited in terror until dawn. A little girl would always tell her mother, "Mom, someone is under my bed." Her mother always reassured her that it was just imagination. One night, the mother finally looked under the bed. There, she saw her own daughter sitting there, trembling, whispering, "Mom, the one lying on the bed isn't me." The mother froze, realizing that something had taken her daughter's place on the bed. The house grew eerily silent, leaving a lasting fear that whatever was under the bed was still there. The elevator that stopped at a floor that didn't exist. A girl was returning home late from work and took the elevator alone. Suddenly, it stopped at the 13th floor, even though the building had no 13th floor. The doors opened, revealing complete darkness, and a voice whispered, "It's your turn now." Panicked, the girl pressed every button. The elevator shut automatically, trapping her momentarily. She eventually escaped, but the memory of the floor and the whisper haunted her for months. The shadow in the photos. A girl was looking through her old photographs. In one photo, she was standing alone. The next day, she noticed a dark shadow standing behind her in the same photo. On the third day, the shadow had moved closer to her in the image. By the fourth day, she couldn't take any new pictures. Any camera she used would show the shadow blocking the view of the photo entirely. It was as if the presence from the photos was tracking her. It was midnight. The clock struck 12, and the house was completely silent. A young girl was alone, walking through her dimly lit kitchen. The fridge hummed softly, casting a faint glow across the tiled floor. She went to get a glass of water. Suddenly, a faint whisper drifted from the corner of the room, like someone was breathing slowly, deliberately. She froze and looked around. There was no one. Just as she exhaled in relief, a soft, eerie rustle came from behind her. Her heartbeat raced. She flicked the light on and gasped. In the corner stood a shadowy figure. Human-like, but its face was hollow. There were no eyes, only deep, black voids staring at her. The shadow started moving toward her, slowly, silently. The girl tried to scream, but no sound came out. She backed away, only to find the door had slammed shut on its own. The shadow leaned closer, and in a chilling, whispery voice, it said, "You're not alone." Panicked, she tried to run, but when she reached the doorway, the shadow had vanished. Yet the whisper lingered, echoing in her ears, leaving a cold dread she could never shake. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. I put my heart and effort into every video I make, just to bring you something meaningful and different. Your one like and subscribe won't cost you anything. But if you leave without watching the full video, my hard work goes to waste. Broken heart. I promise, you'll love the next stories even more. So please, watch the full video. And don't forget to share it with your friends. Sparkles, one click from you means the world to me. Sparkles.